So once again, I'd like to thank my children for picking this out. A round of applause for Ava and Leia. Just a few quick words about the truck. It's from Marcus Vornhagen, a very long-standing and good customer of mine. And I'm also personally happy that he's here himself and that he brought this gem along. This is a T560, a converted bonneted truck, now equipped with a crew engine. It's a V8, 560 horsepower, 2,700 Newton meters of torque with an Optic Russ OPC 5 transmission. We've already optimized it, but we've never actually measured it. I can't even tell you what kind of software is on it. I think it should be around 720 horsepower, but we'll see that in just a moment. So I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's start the measurement. Come on, Flotten and Nico. Trunkman 4 is also still located safely in the green zone. However, this thing really does make a lot of noise, doesn't it? Yeah, mine makes noise too, my friend. You better believe it. That's good 10. So you can see the problem when we measure here at such high RPMs. You can see that well with this truck. If the transmissions are too slow and the gears disengage too late, you really have to do 4, 5, 6 measurements. They also did the direct gear. Let's take a quick look at the torque. As you can see, it should originally have 560. We just measured it at 560, but it has almost 570 horsepower. The original was supposed to have 2,700 Newton meters, but this one has 3,359 Newton meters, so that's 660 Newton meters more torque. Earlier we talked about the A6 3-liter CDI, which also has 600 Newton meters. So, as I said, I think the peak power here is good. The torque doesn't extend that far here. So as you can see here, that's where the engines start having exhaust temperature problems at higher revs. So as I said, in terms of power and torque, it's perfect. Peak power, sure, for show purposes we could push it even higher, but it's still an insane amount of torque. You can really hear it when accelerating out. Does a good job on its own, right, I would say. Good. Do you want to see another run, or is that enough for today? It's only big numbers here. One more run, one more run, one more run. All right, let's go. Let's do a straight pipe run. Good. Exactly, as you can clearly see, when it comes to the torque output, we're always pretty much the same, and that is all dependent on the specific way you brake the truck. But you can see here we're within a test bench tolerance of not even 1%. So once again, this shows that the test bench measures extremely accurately. Can you hear me, or is the truck too loud? All good. Alright, just briefly about this engine. If you're familiar with it, you know they have exhaust manifold gasket issues. I always approach these engines knowing they tend to run a bit rich. When I get new exhausts or 5 updates, because there aren't any, they have quite a few problems with the manifold gasket. That's why we run them a bit rich, so they don't build up exhaust temperature too quickly. But it's one of my favorite engines, and it's the one I learned on, and I know it by heart, inside and out. So I always say the limit for this engine is around 3,500 RPM, because I always say that's where we're getting close. If you adjust the valves on this engine and regularly check the bearing shells in good time, you can easily run this engine for 2.5 million kilometers without any problems. Good. Engine off, check the accessories again. Good, one moment. Okay, let's check the final measurement. So how much did we just measure? The result was 96, and that is precisely what we measured last. All right, that's confirmed? Yes. Okay, are you turning it off? Yes. Are you turning it off? Yes. Well then, I'm certainly relieved on my end today that we don't have to do a full demonstration. It's a little bit quieter, right? Still, as I have already mentioned, it's truly great that all the people we've talked to today are here with us. I'd say let's just have a really great evening together today. Let's have a few more beers. Look, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. And of course, a very big thank you goes out to Nico and Andre for kindly agreeing to do this valuable demonstration for us. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Andre. Applause. So then, let's leave that for a little while. Enough, right? He makes music, right? He makes music.